Start up on the bottom now, yeah.
Hey, this might come out as total madness, but just wait. I really need to tell you something, 'cause I feel alone in a room surrounded by people. I wanna know if you're feeling it too. Out on the roof, here with you, it all seems so distant. With you, under streetlights, right next to the skyline. With you, yeah. I've been a cynic for so many of my days. Now you just might make a believer out of me, 'cause you look so pretty in the sunrise, and somehow now everything is alright.
Good morning, guys. Chugging. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Julianna if you're new here. I'm a recent law school graduate. Just took the bar exam in July. Well, not just, because it's September 23rd, and I'm on my way right now to take the Securities Industry Essentials exam. Matt is waiting for me in the car. My test is at 8:30, so it's like 8 o'clock. I'll make sure I have everything. I feel like I don't have my license. I mean, I have my passport, but I feel like I also need my license. I mean, I don't necessarily need it. I'm gonna bring it just in case, because I feel like I'm running around right now and I don't have everything I need. Chugging shit. I don't think I'm allowed to bring anything into the test center. Wow, this is quite the intro. This light's going on and off. All right. So I find out the results of this test immediately. So stay tuned. If I'm crying in the next clip, it's because I passed or it's because I failed. So wish me luck. Yeah, guys, I legit just dropped my phone. I'm so excited I passed. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna vomit right now. I feel like that after every freaking test. I don't know what it is. Must be the anxiety and the fact that you have to take a test with a mask on and you're not allowed to have any water. Like, so all went well. I cannot believe it. I'm so happy. Honestly, the fact that I got the results instantly was both a good thing and also just very anxiety provoking. I definitely would rather this than waiting months for the results like I have to do for the bar exam, because the fact that I just took this test, it's September 23rd, found out the results immediately, and then I took the bar like 2 months ago and nothing. I had to sit down. The lighting in my apartment is weird and it was annoying me as I was walking back and forth from my kitchen and stuff. So figured I need to sit here anyway because I need to file this paper that says I pass in a safe spot. I have like a whole file system over here. After the test, I went to the bank and had to get a paper notarized because I know in my last vlog I said that I started my pro bono hours, and I did. Technically, my boss gave me the case to work on, and I did about 7 hours worth of work, but then a few days went by, I didn't hear back from him, so I reached out and I was like, just wanted to check in, see if you had any work for me, and he was like, oh, you should be hearing back from HR soon, because I guess I need to like formally do all this paperwork even though I'm working for free. So I had like all this to fill out, and then I had to sign this form saying that I authorized them to do the background check and then get it notarized. So I just did that. So now I'm gonna scan all this in, and then hopefully, I mean, probably I would say that I might do the background check tomorrow or whatever, and then I'll be starting by next week. And then I can hit the ground running and just get the hours out of the way. So that's the update on the pro bono hours. So now that I took the SIE exam, I can update my resume, put that on there, and then update my LinkedIn, put that on there. Very exciting stuff. Because to potential employers, the fact that you passed this exam looks really good, and it's promising because they're going to look at it and say, okay, well, you took this exam on your own, because technically I could have waited and then had the firm sponsor me to take it. And I mean, it just saves everybody time by just taking it on your own. And in the meantime, I was waiting for my bar results anyway. I really didn't have anything else really to do, so it was fine for me. And it was a quick thing to study for. It was only a month, so I banged it out. Anyway, it looks good to potential employers because a lot of the jobs that I'm going to be probably applying to, you don't necessarily need to be a licensed attorney, so I don't really need to pass the bar exam to do part of what I want to do, if that makes sense. So if I'm working on the compliance side of things at a broker dealer or an investment advisor, depending on what firm I go with and what type of securities and investments that we're dealing with, because you could work for a dual registered firm, so you can have a broker dealer on one side of things and an investment advisor on the other. That's a whole nother story. So you don't need to be a lawyer to work in compliance. However, a JD is preferred on a lot of these job postings. So if you have a law degree, like me, you pass the SIE exam, like me, and you have a business background, like me, because I also have my associates in business, and I have my bachelor's in criminology, but that's because I wanted to go into criminal law in the beginning of my journey, and I changed. But yeah, that all looks really good to potential employers. And at the end of the day, compliance and legal are very intertwined. And once I do get licensed in New York, then I have the opportunity to do both, like compliance and legal. Like you're going to be in-house if you're working in that type of position. So I'm not going to be litigating for any of these firms. I will just be in-house giving them advice and helping them make sure that they're following all the SEC regulations and all that stuff. I'm sorry, I'm like so dehydrated. I really gotta, I need more water. Please hold. So before I end this segment of me talking about the SIE exam, let me just do a review on how I studied and Kaplan, because that's what I used. I used Kaplan to prepare for this test, which I'm happy that I can do this for you guys, because I still can't really give you a review on Barbary because I don't know if I passed or not. And that's really like, did the test prep company actually prepare you for the exam? If you passed, then that's a good indicator that what you were doing with the test prep company's study schedule worked for you. So Kaplan, I just did the basic course, I guess to call it. I don't really know off the top of my head which one it was, but it was like $99. I decided on that because FINRA has on their website a practice exam that you can take to kind of see how you do on the real exam. So I took that first before I decided on a test prep company, just to see where I was at. And a lot of things that I learned in law school based on just the classes that I took, the business classes, overlapped and intertwined with a lot of the questions that I got on that initial exam. So I think I ended up getting like an 80 something. So I was like, okay, I'm not starting from the bottom. Started from the bottom now, yeah, sorry. So for me, I didn't want to spend any more than I had to, especially because I just spent probably over, with all of my supplements and Barbary together, it was well over $3,000 in bar prep. So I wasn't trying to, I'm still don't have a job, so I'm not trying to spend more money. So Kaplan in the base course sends you this book, which I love hard copy stuff because I'm able to highlight, and basically I followed the study plan on the portal that they had. I keep saying basically. You go on, you log in, you have an option to have this PDF version. All the quiz bank questions are on the portal, and there's also a study calendar. So you go on to the study calendar, you can choose your start date and your end date. And the end date, they recommend you ending the course like 2 or 3 days before your actual test is scheduled. And you can schedule this test whenever you want. Just make sure, like, you have to make sure that the test center that is nearest to you has availability. So you go on, see when the availability is, and then you choose whatever time and day works for you. I gave myself about 5 weeks, I think, 5 or 6, because I knew that Labor Day was in between and I was going to take time off to go to New Hampshire. And I just didn't want to feel like I was rushing, because there was no reason to rush, because the bar results aren't projected to come out until December. So I had plenty of time, and I just wanted to kind of take a little bit of time off to just get my pro bono hours done and not feel so stressed and feel the pressure of starting a new job immediately. And like, yeah, so ended up being the next available time was now, and I think I booked the appointment like August 17th is when I made my purchase. So yeah, I just followed the study calendar. Once you put in your dates, you submit it, and then it calculates how many hours a day that you'll need to study to get through all the units. There was 32 units. I made an outline as I went just to condense this, and pulled out all the major points as I was reading. And then after I did my reading for the day, I would take practice quizzes for the corresponding chapter. And then once I finished all the chapters, the study schedule had you just do practice exams. I think I did like 9 or 10 of them over the last week, and that was it. I think overall, it definitely prepared me. I was very nervous, not because I didn't feel prepared. I just studied so hardcore for the bar exam that now anything less than that makes me feel like I am not doing enough. Like, I was doing other things as I was studying for this test. Like, I would get up and I wouldn't start studying until like maybe 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Like, I wasn't getting up, the bar exam I was getting up at 5 a.m. and immediately studying, hit the ground running. Maybe I'd take a couple breaks here and there during the day, and then I would end at like 7 p.m., eat, watch TV, go to bed, repeat. This, I took a few days off here and there when I really wasn't scheduled to, and I didn't really feel the pressure for this test until like a couple of days ago. And then I started feeling the pressure like right up. But yeah, this was definitely a cakewalk compared to the bar exam. And I'm not saying it was easy, because this is difficult material, especially if you're unfamiliar with securities and how stocks trade and like how any of this stuff works. It's like reading a foreign language. Like, one thing we didn't learn in law school was like how to write calls and options and all that, and like with derivatives. Like, that was definitely something that I had to learn on my own here. So, but this book is it's clearly written. So you will be prepared. And a lot of the questions that I got on practice exams and the practice quizzes, I feel like showed up on the exam exact or showed up in some variation. So yeah, I highly recommend Kaplan. That's my experience. So if you guys have any questions, of course, comment down below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. For the rest of the day, I'm going out to dinner with my friend Layla and her husband, and Matt is coming, obviously. And we are supposed to be taking a picture for our save the dates. And because Layla was like, I'll take a picture of you because I don't want to do an engagement shoot. And she's like, it's a waste of money. We have so many pictures. But then Layla was like, no, you need to take a picture with your engagement ring. So I was like, all right, fine. And we took a lot in Santorini, but like Matt wasn't dressed really nice. Like the ones I liked, like we were in like bathing suits. So I don't know. I just feel like we need something nicer, but not professionally done. So Layla's gonna take one of us, but it's like was monsooning this morning, so I don't really know what's going on with the weather, but we got to just figure it out. But yeah, that's what I'm doing the rest of the day. I don't really have any other plans. Just got to scan in this stuff for my pro bono, and then I'm just gonna chill. I'm going dress shopping on Sunday, and I'm gonna make that a separate vlog. So that will be part 1 in my wedding series. I'm pumped. I'm really, really excited. I'm very excited. It just doesn't really hit me yet. I think also because like I've been very stressed with this test, so I just haven't been that excited. But the best part about this wedding dress appointment is that I'm able to bring like 5 people with me. So I get to bring my matron of honor, my maid of honor, my 2 bridesmaids, which are my cousins, and my aunt and my mom. So it's like, actually that's 6 people, but my cousin Alyssa might not come, so I don't really know yet, but yeah. And I haven't asked anybody to be my bridesmaids like formally, but I've had my bridesmaids like picked out before I even met Matt, because these people have just been a solid in my life like for years. Like a decade. Layla and I have been friends almost, and obviously my cousins and my sister, like they're lifers. I mean, Layla's a lifer too, but I mean, I've known them since birth, my cousins and my sister. All right, enough ramble. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't hit subscribe so you never miss a video and you don't miss my reveal of whether or not I passed the bar exam, because obviously I'll video that no matter what happens. But wedding content will come before then. Love you guys. I will talk to you in the next one. I'll never sing again.